And also today, the former president of the United States dropped by his tower, was able to stay at home last night, and then is going to be ringing the bell. And he's got to be excessively happy because we know he likes to collect magazine covers.
Right.
But now he doesn't have to mock one up. For the second time, he is Time Magazine's Person of the Year. To me, there are other contenders, but if they did anything but name him, that would be flat out biased.
Well, so Time.com has just released that, and I'm looking at the actual article, and it's great. It said, and the subheadline is, "If what comes next is anything like what he promises, Trump will reshape the nation and the world." And that is why so many people, according to polls, which we're going to get into very shortly, people are really optimistic about the next 4 years. Look, over the last 4 years, things have not gone well. And people are ready for something new, something better.
He was Time Magazine's Person of the Year in 2016 when he won that election. Also up for the other contenders were Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, Kate Middleton, and Kamala Harris. But,
and Benjamin Netanyahu.
Well,
that's right.
It's hard to believe that the election was just last month. And, I mean...
Feels like he's already the president, right?
Exactly. I mean, and to Joe Biden's credit, he's essentially stepped out of the way and allowed Donald Trump to start doing what he's doing right now. And I think when you look at the other people that were considered, he was the only choice. I mean, you can't have Kamala Harris that lost the election, then become the person of the year.
But by the way, as Trump moved in, you know, he has Steve Witkoff over with in the Middle East. He's got Tom Homan working the border, doing this appearances. Already. So he's got that going. The president of the United States got rid of the FBI director who put so much pressure on him. He actually saluted the moment that he stepped aside. Great day for America. And then he's got his nominees stealing out of the spotlight in Capitol Hill. So they're following him around.
And he's already calling the Prime Minister of Canada, meeting with him. He's already calling the
But Ainsley, you know what's different now?
What?
It's not really Trump tweeting or going. It's kind of like the things he's doing rather than the things he's saying.
The action.
You think he learned from mistakes 4 years ago?
I don't know. I think it's definitely intentional. I also don't think he's not in the middle of an investigation. No one's questioning the authenticity of his election. No. They're not talking about Michael Flynn making a call from Puerto Rico and them saying he's talking to the Russians about some secret deal to toss the country.
Even Fetterman was tweeting on Truth Social. I think he's the first Democratic lawmaker to get on Truth Social and tweeted out that Donald Trump should be pardoned for the case here in New York.
You know what, Ainsley, to your point about why he's doing things differently last time, I think last time when he won, it was kind of a surprise. It's like, okay, I ran for a year, but I won. Now what do I do? He's done it once before.
Yeah, that's true.
Some mistakes are always made along the way, but he's figured out how he has wanted to do it more efficiently, and so far, so good.
And Elise Stefanik, by the way, got the Fetterman endorsement yesterday. That's the first time I've seen a Democrat come out and say that. Then they took a picture together.
And to your point about Joe Biden just laying low, he's not doing anything except an historic number of pardons and commutations. Over 1,500 issued this morning.
I don't think he's going to give us any comment about that.
I don't think so either.
Anyway, we're calling this the Trump effect, and it is in full swing. The last Fox News poll of the year is showing that the majority of voters feel hopeful about his victory, 54%.
That's right. And with under 6 weeks until Inauguration Day on January 20th at noon, plans are well underway, including an invitation to the China President Xi Jinping to show up live in Washington. If he accepted, he would be the first foreign leader to ever attend.
Is that right? That's right? The first foreign leader
hoping
to ever attend?
It's in the script.
Okay. And Trump's inaugural fund getting a boost from a surprising source, from Mark Zuckerberg's Meta, donating $1 million as the tech billionaire looks to mend ties with Trump. Because remember, he took him off of Facebook in 2021 and then put him back on a few years later. That tells you a lot that they're mending their relationship.
Yeah. He grew his hair out and he started doing jiu-jitsu. I don't know if it's related.
And he wanted to take on Elon Musk and it never happened.
Yeah, he's trying to look more like Danny Penny, perhaps. Also, remember, the Zuckerbucks in those key districts made him put his hand on the scale with a shadow banning of conservative groups and conservative politicians. And he's not the only one putting differences aside. Democratic Senator John Fetterman joining Truth Social to, quote, meet folks where they are, especially in Pennsylvania, by the way, and calling to pardon Trump in his very first post. He also mentioned Hunter.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.